Hiya, I'm Francesca. I play Gloria's little sister, Rebecca Fajardo.
Well, Gloria, where to start? She's feisty, she's grounded, she grows immensely in the show. We see her start from a little girl, and we see her whole journey from really finding this voice within her to becoming a performer, to then trusting that to become the icon that she is today. So you actually get a full perspective of her whole journey to where we know that she is now. Yeah.
Becky is kind of, I call her Becky because that's her nickname. I think the purpose of her in this show is to really highlight Gloria's early life. So Gloria had to be quite maternal and quite, responsible from quite early on. And I think the character of Becky, particularly at the beginning, is to kind of highlight that responsibility and give the audience an insight to what the home life was like. Yeah. And, they get along really, really well. It's a really nice relationship to play and I think to watch on show when I've had the chance to see the show as well. And then as the story kind of progresses, Becky goes a little bit wayward and Gloria takes it upon herself to take her on the tour with her. And that also kind of highlights a big conflict within the show between their mother and Gloria. She's, slightly reluctant for the girls to go off and live this lifestyle, as any concerned mother might be, with kids entering a career that's, as viscous as this. So, I think that's kind of her main role, really, to kind of like highlight Gloria's big features in how she kind of grows and takes on that maternal role so early on. Yeah.
It's about the story of Gloria and Amelia and how they met, and as I said before, we start off, we see Gloria from very early on, and we get to see elements of, when you relate to icons and you only see like snippets of them in the press and stuff, you don't actually get to know the journey and the ups and downs and struggles to get to that place, and On Your Feet you get to go right back to basics and go right back to the beginning and actually see how this story developed, how their journey started. A, them meeting, and then B, how Gloria Estefan became Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. And you get to see all the ups and downs. Life isn't peachy, and it doesn't shy away from that. It shows you all the real struggles, really, that went into and what is their story. So I think the audience will be very surprised and come away having learned something, because I definitely did when I first read the script.
For sure.
It's a real journey. It takes you up and down, left and right, and it's the whole show, I think, is it's like an accordion. You have these big show numbers and world tour numbers, and then it just comes straight back down to these intimate scenes, which is really integral to the whole story. Yeah. So
I think it humanises her a bit as well.
Yeah.
Like, we always see the sugarcoat version. I mean, even with social media now, you just see the best part of everybody's life.
But it's funny, so many people when they come to see the show, it's like, oh my god, I didn't realise how many songs I actually knew.
Yeah. I get that.
And that's
well.
so true for me. Like, the one that springs to mind is Get On Your Feet when I was little, but all the others, when I came into the show, it's like, of course I know that, but I don't have a memory of that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dr. Beat is a huge hit in the UK.
Yeah.
They didn't actually have the full-length version of the number that we do in our version in the States.
Yeah.
And I think it was one of the best decisions because it gets such a big response.
And it's a tiny little snippet, and the audience are just instantly like, bam!
Clapping, going, it's amazing.
The music is so celebrated in the show, the band's on stage. And we had the luxury of having drums and keyboard and 3 of us in rehearsal, right?
Yeah, which is rare. You normally only have keys, yeah. So that was cool.
That was just, from the get-go, we had that vibe.
And Clay as well. We had like one of the, not the original members, but he's been with them for years and years. He was the supervisor on the show, so firsthand we had him, this is how she sang it, this is the way it needs to be. Yeah. You rarely get that kind of first-hand advice.
No way.
Which is cool.
And also we had Gloria in the room, which is just
mad,
incredible. Like, when do you ever get that input, that one-on-one input? And she was just so humble and so giving, and so just she was just so joyous, wasn't she? She was just so happy to be there and happy to offer so much information, and just super supportive as well.
I think even from like the casting process in the audition, just the warmth of everybody involved, particularly Gloria and Emilio.
Yeah.
It allows you as an actor to then
relax,
open up and relax and give your best performance, because it can be intimidating when you're singing somebody's songs to them.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and you're portraying them, so she, you know, it's kind of scary, but they're really, really cool people.
It says everything about them, you know. If they, you know, within 5 minutes allow you to relax in the room, it's like, okay, there it is. That's what it's all about. Yeah,
definitely.
One of my favourite moments in the show is actually when I'm not on stage. I have like maybe 15 seconds when I come off from the gym scene, and I get to stand in the wings and watch George, who plays Emilio, sing Don't Wanna Lose You Now. And it's just one of my favourite moments in the show, because it comes out of something quite... we basically have a big fight, and he's just totally and brutally honest. And in this song, he just stands and bears his soul on stage, and that is one of my favourite moments, just to stand in the wings and just go, there it is. It's a lovely bit of magic.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, because people expect the big party numbers, and don't get me wrong, I think my favourite point in the show is probably a song called Cuba Libre, because it's just vivacious. We've got probably one of the most diverse companies I've ever worked in. You know, we've got 2 guys from Cuba, so you're getting a real authentic, you know, experience when you watch that number, and to be a part of it is just electric. But I think you're right, those moments where the domestic value of the show, where you know they're arguing, that's so relatable. We all have had experience of that, so those moments are gold as well, for sure. Yeah,
you're just gonna have the best time. You're gonna have the best time, because as soon as you sit in the seat, as soon as it starts, it's like a rocket, honestly. And you kind of sat back in your seat, it's like, okay, here we go. You know, and it takes you on a ride, it takes you on a journey, it takes you on up, down, you know, but you will come out, I think, feeling inspired. You'll be filled up, you know, and you will be having a good time, because we do get everyone on their feet at the end, which is just the best feeling.
The best.
Just to see and witness an audience just stand on their feet and just have the best time, and for them to escape their normal lives, whatever that may be, for 2.5 hours. And to see that joy and, you know, that exhilaration at the end, for them, everyone's just let go and have a great time.
And it's like six minutes or something, and people are straight up from the beginning.
So great.
And, you know, each song of Gloria's has people in their lives have, you know, they relate to it in different ways, and you can see that across the audience, because what Dr. Beat might mean to someone, what Turn the Beat Around, you know, each person gets excited by different elements of the show. So, yeah.